Hey everybody, we are with Shock Twice again, Strike Twice. I know we're doing a lot of similar stuff over and over again here, but it's a brand new format. We have to learn it. It's just something that needs to be done. Now this hand is not very strong, but I personally think we can get Thoktar out if we believe in ourselves and play this Wayfinder turn 2. So I'm going to try and keep this. We'll see what happens. This deck's pretty strong against other aggro decks. It's fairly strong against the mid-ranges and things. And, I mean, it has such a versatile late game. I really do like this deck. We've made a couple of changes to it because I felt that card draw wasn't really necessary in the form of the big 3/3 Garruk's champion or companion or something like that. Garruk's main man. I don't really see, he's a pretty late drop, and that late in the game I know that we'll generate a lot of card draw with it, but I'm not sure if that's exactly what we need to do. I am going to drop this guy here and try and find any land that'll help us cast this Woolly Thoktar, and I didn't, which is fucking bogus. That is not dope at all, and I lost my cloud shifts. What an excellent day for me. Oh goody. Alright, it's fine though, because it's not exactly like this guy's setting the world on fire with his speed. Blue, green, white, so Bant. Not really anything we need to worry about right now in that. It's all 1/3 that shits out a guy. I'm not too worried about that at all. I do not play islands. Nekatal is pretty good. It'll crash in against these guys. Do its duty. I mean, my guy's going to kill that dude, for sure. This guy probably has seances of his own, even though we lost one. Let's see here. If I play this, I get to do this and have my 2/2 Nekatal out there, which is pretty good. I also get to grip a card, of course, and we'll play this guy. Thoktar just sitting in my hand is a real bummer. We get to play him, though, if we had the Guild Gate out. But I like this. This is pretty strong. It's showing a good presence. We each have a wall. He's got a better wall now, but he's definitely not going to crash in against us anymore. So we've slowed him down a little bit. We stayed at 20. Nothing we really need to worry about. So we'll play this. That'll keep us in good form. We're 1 mana off of being able to cast the Warstorm Surge. We have to be careful, though, because this guy can have counters. He seems to be a more creature-oriented build, which means that he probably feels that he doesn't have room for counters, but that doesn't mean that he can't put him in there to mess with us later on. Just not going to be good. Now, Thoktar does come out. This is one of my last cloud shifts. I only have one more in the pile because we burned through 2 of them with this shitty Wayfinder that did nothing for us. I could draw a card, but I'd almost rather wait for the Warstorm Surge to go off. Extra card is pretty tempting, but I don't feel like it's the play right now. Thoktar most assuredly is, however, so he's going to go ahead and hit the field. We've only got 2 greens, so I can't even cast that Pelican Worm. But we are on mana to play the Warstorm Surge. We just have to be really careful of when we set it down. 5/4 Thoktar is going to be pretty good. We're going to be able to start crashing in next turn. Now you can double block my 2/2 and kill it, so I'm only going to get 1 good attack. But I could also cloud shift it and avoid that double block. That's, what is that, 7 mana over there? That's a dangerous amount for green and blue. A lot of weird stuff that he could play. None of it seems to have made an appearance. I now have a 3/3, which is much better than I thought it would be. We're going to crash in with both these guys because it's a triple block now. And I would go ahead and kill the wall, to be honest with you, the 1/3 wall. We'll see what happens here, because this one can take damage. This one obviously can't. So there's the block there. Are you taking the fight? Yep, it's going to be the triple block. I'm going to go ahead and kill his wall. I know that we only get 1 good attack out of this, but what can I say? You know what? I don't really care about that. I'm going to kill the squid, and then this guy, and this guy. Or I could just cloud shift him. Vapor Snag. 3 cards in hand. I don't know if I can play my Warstorm Surge here. Just cloud shift my 3/3. Counterspell. Okay. We're going to do the same thing next turn. That's a really weird card to Vapor Snag because he just costs so little. And now we're just sitting here. This guy's got a lot of walls over there. There's no reason for us to attack. I don't know if I try and play this Warstorm Surge or not. 2 cards in hand. The blue mana is open. Warstorm Surge gets to work out there, that's for sure. I've got other things to do if it doesn't work. Perfect. Perfection. No need to attack, we'll play that. Which sucks, because I wish I had the Cloud Shift now. Because I could start pinging these walls and getting rid of them. He can also just break my Warstorm Surge, which would be a real super bummer there. You know, in a deck this aggressive, you have to think that they don't have the ratios to play the... They don't have the space to play the counters. Which is an unfortunate decision. I mean, I love Counterspell. It's always good to have. I play with Counterspell so often that sometimes I like miss it physically in decks that could never have it. So that looks like the first thing that's going to die. We're going to kill some of these 1/1s as well. Wayfinder's going to come out and do some of that for us. But I also would love to have a Seance out there. The Warstorm Surge is nice, though. That is certainly true. Don't have the green yet. Let's play this guy. Creatures... that thing. Just start pinging some of these dudes. Jungle Shrine, that is my green source, so I can get this Pelipper Worm out next turn. I'm probably going to take that damage to the 1/3s, because they won't die, but then I'll be able to do more, because he can double block with the 1/3s, which will be just a huge pain in the ass, because he'll only take 1 damage. So the Pelipper Worm, even though it could just go straight to his face, seems like it would be more useful if I used it the other way. We do have these Cloud Shifts that are all burned but 1. Seance would be pretty nice here. I wouldn't say no to the card draw guy either, that Garruk's buddy. Inferno Titan's also really, really good. 6 to one wall, 3 to another. Just tidy both of those guys up. I might as well. I'm actually going to kill the lifelinker. It's a pain in the ass too. Is it him? It's Inferno Titan's triggers. I'm going to kill this. Just get rid of a couple different guys, because then I can crush in next turn, kill the other wall. But I wouldn't be able to do that normally. You know what I mean? Like just with the Inferno Titan, I wouldn't be able to kill that 3/4. So we might as well do that. We're in not the worst position to just attack again, but it's still not super favorable. Crash in with the 5/4 and the 3/3, as well as the 1/1. See what he does. So we do have that 7/7 next turn. Getting rid of that wall was pretty important, and the lifelinker, because we're actually going to... We have potential to do at least a little bit of damage. That lifelinker out there would have made that a much less likely scenario. I'd also be kind of surprised if he does the same triple block, but he is. Which is fine. Okay. Pretty much everything's getting taken care of here. I'll go ahead and kill the Coral Barrier, because the 1/1's not going to be too much of a problem. Vapor Snag. Fair enough. Kind of sucks for you though, man, because I still have the mana for it up. So that really is an unfortunate turn of events. Do I just do the 5 damage to his face? I don't see why not. Do you have a counter? Because it seems like a real good thing to have. Players, your face. I took 1 damage, you took 5. That seems like not the fairest of trades, my good friend. Weird deck with the Vapor Snags, but not the counters. I don't know. Is he Vapor Snagging his own creatures? He doesn't really have a lot of enter the battlefield effects, except for this Coral Barrier. Yeah, not a fan of that deck. Oh, this... I guess Reflector, but I get to kill that. What a dumb card. Like, it's not a good card. Okay. So, 0 cards in hand, so I don't have to worry about anything. Pelican Worm will come out, kill the 5/5. Creatures, 5/5. Yeah, I want to point at the indestructible one, Warstorm Surge, you jackass. I'm also going to gain a bunch of life. Seems okay. I'm going to crash in with the party. That'll work. Creatures, creatures, creatures. Take that guy out of the equation. I'm going to get blocked by this 1/1. Otherwise, I'm going to pump it. Yeah, seems good. Destroy that. Your turn, computer. That was an interesting one. I don't know. I feel like the starts on here are a little rocky. I feel like making it more aggressive might not have been the best call, considering I kind of need to get to late game. So I like putting the Wall of Omens back in. I think that's a good idea. That seems like a good fit. I like Wall of Omens back in. Let's see if there's anything else we can do to make this a little bit more... I mean, I still do the 3 to him. I mean, I'm not super worried about that. It's kind of a bum deal, but whatever. Get some lands. See what happens here. I'm trying to think what else we could do to make this thing a little bit faster. And more defensive. I mean, I want it to be faster, but I also need a little bit more defense. Let's attack in. Creature, I'm just going to kill this 1/3. Because that's the thing that would stop my Trampler. I mean, this is the end of it. But whatever. Sure. Okay. I'm going to take one more look at what cards we're taking into battle here, you guys, and we're going to try and divine what the best course of action is. But I do think that this needs to be a little bit more stall than aggro, because it has... Well, I don't know. I'm going to take a look at it. So hang tight. I'll be right back. Oh, thank goodness. That was an uphill battle just to get into one. I've made quite a few changes to this deck as well. I play first. I don't hate this. I'm missing an entire color. But the changes kind of skewed it more white and red, believe it or not. We do have green. We have a strong green contingent. But with this particular hand, we're going to get ourselves there, I hope. Now, I put in the Attended Knight because seconds before we left, I talked about how I wanted to make this deck more combative. And I think a great way to do that is to have an Attended Knight. Now, if only I could draw a Seance, then this guy trying to deck us would just be the best damn thing ever. That's not great right now. Attendant Knight's pretty good. Gonna go out and do some damage for us. Yeah, but we have skewed more towards the aggression here, and I don't have a problem with that. I really want a Seance in my hand, not... And we put in the Ogre Battle Driver. I think that'd be a fun thing to have, considering we use Seance. I honestly don't know why I never thought of it before. I think it'll be okay. I kind of wish we had our 12-12 in here just to teach this guy a lesson. I don't understand why people think that they can do this, but they keep trying, which is charming in its own way, but also kind of sad. We're going to do this Attended Knight. Once we get Inferno Titan out there, it's going to be a whole different ballgame. Got another Attended Knight next turn, unless we draw a green mana, in which case I'm going to be playing this Wayfinder. Crab's going to get me for a couple more cards. What are you going to do? As long as it's not Seance. Warstorm Surge in there makes me a little sad. Makes me a tiny upset. Tiny bit upset. That is green as the day is long. I can also fling at this 0-4 and get there that way. I want to put this out. I don't want to pressure this guy. And I almost have Inferno Titan out. If I can get Inferno Titan out on time, this is going to be a massacre. Because I attack in first, and then I lay the Inferno Titan, and I just lay waste. Because we hope, in that instance, that he blocks with the 0-4. Because then Inferno Titan can just take care of it. Ooh, Desperation Station, trying to get a land for his crab. You did it. I'm proud of you, man. Now he's got counters open, though, which is a real bummer. Thoktar in the yard. As long as I don't lose Seance, I'm going to be a pretty happy camper. Not much else a man could want. That's not a bad card to draw. Let's go ahead and play him. Let's get to bashing if bashing's what we need to get. The other great thing is that I can just fling that guy and not really care about it. What are you going to bounce, dude? Like, does it even matter? The 1/1 token? The 3/1? You did it. It's taking 3 here. I'm going to play this Wayfinder. Do I want to kill this 0-4 or do I just not give a shit? I don't give a shit. Just play this. It better get me a land. This guy's been letting me down lately. Hey now. You're doing it. I'll get the Guild Gate, I guess. Because I can play it right now. And it starts pulling double duty. I get this Inferno Titan out. This is going to be a ugly day for this guy. Especially if he blocks like he did last time, I'll be able to kill both of these assholes. That'll be amazing. Oh, Inspiration. God, he's so desperate for the lands. That's not the way you play a decking pile. A mill deck. This is not great. We'll keep that land in hand for a second, but we will attack all out. We're going to get these blocks taken care of. Then we're going to play this Inferno Titan, and this guy's going to scoop. That's going to be the story. Yup, that'll work. Oh, come on. Why wouldn't you give that to me? It's like he saw it coming, but was powerless to stop it. Creatures. I'm going to go ahead and take care of Mr. Krabs here. Inferno Titan just come down to the front row. Mash faces. This guy's in a bit of trouble. I mean, at the very least, you gotta splash whites so you can prevent damage. Green, I mean fog, but whites that you can prevent the damage. White and green, maybe? I don't know. How do you mill somebody? I don't remember. I don't remember it working. Oh yeah, I wanted to read if you could point this at me. Draw 2 cards. No, it's just you. That's unfortunate. Get this elemental out there. See how much faster we are now? Oh, Jesus. God, this just isn't even right. I'm going to go ahead and just cloud shift this. What do you got, man? Because I just think it's kind of funny. Creatures. That's at 1. Then I get to kill it again. If I choose to use a fling, but it doesn't matter. He just can't block. Use another one of these guys. Uh-oh. Things are getting ugly. Because I can't cast it again. Not a bad idea, but you're at 11, my friend. This is not a lot. I'm at 33, and you are at 11. And you cannot block any of this, but you have to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, son of a bitch. So close. But if he doesn't block it, I mean, even if he does, he has to block the 3. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. You're at 1. Boom! All the way down. That guy's gone. Oh, this deck is angry. I'll say that for it. I will say that. It is a pissed off deck. Well, I'm going to play test with this one more time just to make sure that, we can do what we need to do with it. 5-mana draw card, that's always good. But I think after that, we're going to be able to just say that this is the guy. That's a weird one, computer, but I guess it doesn't matter. Because if he bashes in, you lose 2. Do you have counter? I mean, I don't even care. I don't even care. There's no mass evac. I'm just going to cast these 2 guys again. Even though I don't have to cast anything, but I just want to. You know what, fling. Just do that. Why not? Oh, counter! I knew it! You dissolving son of a bitch. Fine, computer, if you want to be a big dick about it. Why not? You're just taking the one with some dignity there. Go across the field, my friends. Oh, that was angry. That was about as aggro's gonna get in this pile. Yeah, that took care of that. Like, any deck that's mid-range dependent, mid to late game dependent is gonna get wiped up by this if it doesn't have some kind of early control. That deck did not. Maybe we'll work on milling people again. Even though, I mean, everyone has access to Kozilek. You have to be so goddamn good to get around that Kozilek. It's insane. So maybe that'll be something fun to do. But for right now, I want to thank you guys very much for watching this episode. I really, really appreciate it. Please check out the Patreon if you haven't yet. That's a really cool thing. You know, you can help support the channel, do stuff there. I'm going to have more fighting game coverage coming up. Hopefully, episode's already gone up there, and I'll do a special episode talking about that when it does. But I mean, future me is the only one who knows the answer to that mystery, so you'll have to ask him. For right now, I want to thank you for checking this episode out and say that I'll see you all tomorrow.